Usually when we talk about platinum trophies, we're thinking big games, long grinds, maybe a lot of pain along the way. But today I wanted to switch things up a bit, because these next 3 platinums that I've earned, they all come from games that are aimed at a younger audience. And honestly, they might be some of the most enjoyable, low-stress platinums I've done in a while. As you all know, I'm working on things like Skyrim, I've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered going on, and that campaign is absolutely destroying me, so I'll touch on that in a future video. But today, we're here to talk about things that don't really have an insane difficulty spike, no random level out of nowhere. Again, I'm referencing Call of Duty that just decides to take a massive on you. No 100-hour commitment, just straightforward fun trophies that you can actually enjoy completing. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all 3 platinums that I've earned in this games aimed for younger audiences. I will say up front that I recommend all 3 of these, especially if you're a trophy hunter looking for an easy fix, or you're a trophy hunter looking for something to switch up your genres. Maybe you are someone that can smash out games like Bloodborne and Elden Ring, and maybe you want to vary it up a bit. I can't do those, so that's why I'm playing things like this. But there we go. I'm going to go through the trophy lists, go through some of the gameplay, and yeah, let's just jump straight in. So first up, we have a game from my childhood. Now I will say I think I played the sequel more when I was younger, but this game is excellent. We've got Thrillville.
Hello, anybody home? It's me, Uncle Mortimer. I've been looking at those roller coaster designs you sent, and I just went through the roof. Your enthusiasm has really paid off. Listen, kiddo, I want you to help run Thrillville.
So, what is Thrillville? It's a simulation strategy style game, 3D, you run around theme parks, you build them up, you build your own roller coasters, race tracks, you play mini games, there's shooting galleries, or there's bumper cars, things like that, and you basically level up through the career mode and unlock more parks to then level them up again. Really easy, really nice gameplay loop. It does not take long at all, but we'll go through the trophies now. So you basically have to complete missions in the career mode associated to different things that you can do around the park, whether that's playing games, business management, upkeep, so that'll be things like entertainment or cleaning the parks. You can also build, so that'll be building roller coasters or building racetracks, things like that. Essentially, the gameplay loop is complete a set number of those missions in each category to the point where you level up enough to unlock the next park, move on to the next park and go again. There's a few collectibles in there as well, but again, they only aid you in terms of bringing in money or bringing in a quest completion that will push you towards the platinum journey. So playing through the game, really, it's just a matter of completing each and every single mission. So for first drop, you complete 3 build missions in the first park, Thrillville Park. For tester approved, complete 3 games missions in Thrillville Park. Making deals, complete 3 business missions in Thrillville Park. Hi, how are you? Max out the friendship meter of 1 guest in Thrillville Park. And you missed a spot, complete 3 upkeep missions in Thrillville Park. All of which are achieved really quickly. I actually achieved this looking at my PSN profiles. I got these within the matter of about 20 to 30 minutes. And that's with playing the game just casually. I wasn't focused on completing the quests and going for the trophies immediately. I wanted to enjoy the game as well. So then, by the time you've done all of that, you basically earn enough money and earn enough rating, park rating, to then unlock the next park. So I went and unlocked Thrillville Time Warp Park, and then the game loop is exactly the same. Complete build missions for GeForce, complete games missions for Try It Out. Pleasure doing business with you, complete 3 business missions. Nice to meet you, again, maxing out the friendship meter of 2 guests this time in the Time Warp Park, and then Training Grounds, complete 3 upkeep missions in Thrillville Time Warp Park. And after you've done that, you can then unlock the next park. So I got Not Ready to Leave by unlocking Thrillville Paradise Park. I then went on to do the build missions to unlock Airtime, games missions to unlock Twists and Turns, investments, I did 3 business missions, buddies, I then maxed out 3 guests friendship rating at Thrillville Paradise Park, and then Spick and Span upkeep missions, I did 3 of those in Paradise Park to unlock that trophy as well. So from there, we move on to Thrillville Adventures Park, where unlocking the park gives you the trophy Thrill and Chills. You then get worth the wait for doing 5 build missions, shorter lines for doing 5 games missions, final transaction for completing all of the business missions in Thrillville Adventures Park. So again, it's worth noting that you don't have to do every single mission in every park. Obviously, it helps you progress quicker if you do. But for the trophies, you just need to do a set number most of the time. But in Adventures, you have to complete all the business missions. Annual pass holders, you max out the friendship of 4 guests in Thrillville Adventures Park. Complete all of the upkeep missions in Thrillville Adventures Park and you get the trophy Neat Freak. And then you move on to Treasures of Thrillville Park. Riches beyond your wildest dreams. Adrenaline Rush, get 5 stars on any mission. Ride Operator, get 5 stars on any 5 missions. Main Attraction, get 5 stars on any 10 missions. And then throughout the process of this game, through those quests, you're going to be doing those missions anyway. You're also going to be hiring different staff members. So you get paid training for training a staff member. You get help wanted for hiring a staff member. You get more the merrier for hiring 5 staff members. In working order for maintaining a ride. Better ride quality for maintaining 5 rides. Smooth ride for building your own coaster or track with a nausea stat of 5 or less. Now this is one of the last trophies I went for, as well as Vomit Bag, which is build your own coaster or racetrack with a nausea stat of 70 or more. And the reason for that is because most of the game, you can either build the pre-built ones, which is nice and quick and flies you through the game a lot quicker, or you can build your own coasters, but actually getting both of these is actually a lot harder than I thought. I thought just make a nice simple coaster, no problem, and you'll get a nausea stat of 5 or less. No, you really need to basically make it as boring as possible to get a stat that low. And then the same for the nausea stat of 70. This is actually slightly easier. You just have to make the most insane roller coaster you could think of. And by the end of the game, you've got enough money to do that, which is why I kind of left this one until last. Supply and demand, raise the price of any attraction to $15. Free for all, lower the price of any attraction to 0. And then going once, going twice, sold for selling any attraction. And that is the Thrillville trophy list. So PSN Profiles has this at a 2 out of 10, 1 playthrough, takes around 5 hours. And like I said, I left those last building trophies until last just because you have enough money to play around and sort of make mistakes and things like that. There was one buggy trophy for me, I will give you that warning, and it was about hiring the staff members. I think you have to hire 5 staff members, and it turns out I had to fire all of my staff at the last park and then hire 5 of the exact same staff member to get that trophy. So it was 5 mechanics or 5 cleaners or whatever, and that way you can get that trophy to pop. That was how I did it. You might have another workaround, or it might not be buggy for you. Yeah, I highly recommend Thrillville. Look, if you've played it before, you'll enjoy this. It's a nice throwback, easy platinum to go for. If you haven't played it, I do recommend it. It is nice and easy platinum, as we've said, but it's also just quite fun. Building a roller coaster, you don't get to do that in many games and actually ride them and see it all happen and, you know, clean up vomit after you've made a really nauseating roller coaster. But there we go. Look, enjoy it, have fun, a nice easy platinum to go for. Boom. Now this next one was a bit of a trophy cleanup for me, and it was Rocket League. Now I've played Rocket League for years, on and off, very non-committed to it, not like a lot of people that I found online who are just insanely good at it, but I've played it sort of casually on and off for a few years since its release, and I saw it was on my PlayStation profile. I played this back when I got the PS5 for Helldivers. I mentioned that in my last video, and I must have played this because obviously it was free. Just popped a few trophies in it and never touched it again back in 2024. So I thought, you know what, I might as well clean that one up. I just did a few solo games on the season just to unlock those trophies of winning a season championship and things like that. And then the lovely Mrs. Pickle then helped me out with the co-op trophy right at the end for playing in a party, and that was what popped my platinum for me. But I highly recommend this game. If you're into sort of FIFA and what was it? Micro Machines? That's the way I put it at, is Micro Machines and FIFA had a baby. That's the best way to describe this game to anyone that's never heard of it. But if you haven't heard of Rocket League, where have you been? It's not the rarest platinum trophy in the world, but by no means does that mean it's not fun. And it can't be the easiest, I would say. You can make it easier for sure, I definitely did. But if you're going online and you're doing it that way, yeah, you'll have a great time with this game. Things like driving a total of 50 kilometers might look daunting at first, but actually if you play the season championship, it comes pretty naturally. Collecting 150 items is also quite natural, especially now they've added so much to this game. I think even if you opened it up for the first time, they'll just chuck a load of stuff at you. It did for me. I unlocked that trophy back in January 2025, and I don't buy things for Rocket League, obviously, so I just naturally popped stuff over time. Obviously it's got its links to Fortnite as well, so if I've played through the campaign on Fortnite, for example, I would have naturally unlocked a few things in their season passes or whatever, and that then transfers over to this game as well. So you do quite quickly rack up those items, which I think some people would have been worried about if they'd never heard of it or just looked at the trophy guide. But yeah, the only one that I was worried about was actually the co-op stuff, because at the moment haven't really boosted any games with anyone, but the lovely Mrs. Pickle joined me and finished it off. So yeah, it was a really fun time. She doesn't even play video games and she enjoyed it. So yeah, I'd highly recommend this game. You know what it is. If you haven't heard of Rocket League, where have you been? I will say there's a load of DLC trophy cleanup. I haven't really touched it other than the natural ones that have just popped from playing it over the years. Yeah, maybe I'll go back and do a bit of a cleanup. I've only got 42 trophies out of 88, and my ranking on PSN profiles is a B. I've got 47% completion, which is gross when you think you've got a platinum and you're not even halfway done. But there we go. I would highly recommend this game. They say it's around a 2 out of 10 difficulty. As I said, you can grind most of this in the single player amateur lobby. I needed to do that because this game's been out for years. People online are incredible. I'm just not that good. And I don't have the time to get that good. But I did enjoy the game. I do recommend it. It takes one playthrough, obviously, because it's online. It's just a permanently going game for now. But it only takes around 10 hours if you were to do it sort of via the guide that's on PSN profiles. I really recommend it. Have fun, enjoy it, and score some goals, man. Okay, this next one is a 2 out of 10 difficulty, one playthrough, 2 hours. It's got level select, so that's why it's not going to be that hard of a grind, and it is. Look, I've seen the TV show a few times. It's a great TV show. If I had this growing up, I think I'd have loved it. But look, I saw it on there. I actually got inspired by a YouTuber called Deathroth. I've been watching a lot of his trophy list reviews, and a lot of the time he talks about the game Peppa Pig. Now, I looked to see if I could just quickly knock that one off for this video, and it turns out you got to pay for it. So I was like, right, what other games like Peppa Pig are there that I can then say, right, I've done it? And Bluey, I'd highly recommend it. It's a nice, easy platinum. It's quite fun. I wouldn't say it's that challenging. I did look up a guide for the plants, but that's purely because by the time I was doing the grind at the end, I was like, right, okay, I am literally sat here filling up a watering can and looking around maps for plants, so I'm just going to knock that bit out. But overall, the game is quite fun. It's definitely like playing the TV show. You're basically just watching the TV show and it's slightly interactive. That's the best way to describe how this works. But let's go through the trophies real quick. So I got It's Like a Zoo down here for rounding up all the animals at the start of the game. I then got Gone with the Wind for finishing the first episode. Family Matters for playing as all 4 members of the Healer family. Again, you can just go into the start menu and do that and change it quite quickly. I then got Bouncy House for reaching maximum height while jumping on the trampoline. Pretty Cool Leaves by growing a plant to its final stage. Keepy Uppy Expert for hitting the balloon 25 times before it hits the ground. Now this one is super easy to cheese. You can literally stand still and the balloon just doesn't move. But again, it's a kid's game. I'm not expecting it to be that difficult. Flamingo Queen for rescuing Muffin. Classic Stripe for finishing episode 2. Give Me Squeaky for feeding Chattermax. Gotcha for finishing episode 3. Hat-trick for scoring 3 goals, which you can do outside the front of the house. Toast is ready for catapulting someone off the seesaw. Freeze for freezing Mort 2 times. The Creek is Beautiful for finishing episode 4. Fancy Ladies for unlocking the first 34 costumes. Island Rhythms for freezing everyone in less than 30 seconds. Don't Let Go for winning 5 games of Chattermax Chase. The Only Way to Travel on Lava for winning 5 games of The Ground is Lava. Slide, Slide, Slide for chaining 3 slides in a row. This one annoyed me more than you'd expect. Took me quite a while. I found the slides very early on, and for some reason this one was a challenge for me. Sticky Situation, collecting all the stickers in the first page of the sticker book. All the Things for unlocking all the puzzle pieces from the first page of the sticker book. Holidays for completing the first page of the sticker book. And Double Hooray for popping that platinum trophy, unlocking all other trophies.
Oh, so pretty.
Look, I highly recommend this for an easy platinum. I will say I did this in the midst of some quite challenging trophies. I've been playing quite a variety of games at the moment, and I just needed something quite easy breezy. I was making a video dedicated to sort of those easier, kid-friendly platinums, and this just felt like the perfect end to it. Highly recommend it. Nice, easy platinum. You could probably use a guide and finish it even quicker than I did. But yeah, enjoy. So there we go, 3 games aimed at a younger audience. But honestly, I think they're 3 genuinely solid platinums. Nice, easy, nothing too strenuous. If you're looking for something a bit more relaxed or just a break from whatever grind you're on at the moment, these are definitely worth having on your list. So let me know in the comments down below, what games are you working on? Is there anything I should be checking out? It doesn't have to be for younger audiences. But if you want to recommend them, feel free. I mentioned Deathroth. He loves to recommend the Peppa Pig game. So if you're looking for a bonus one, there's your bonus one. And go check him out. He's great. His trophy list reviews are excellent as well. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe for more platinum content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.